So hello everyone and welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, you are going to understand how you can automatically send bulk products announcement email to your customers. So I have an existing customer list created in my Google Sheets. Now towards all the customers whose details I've added in my Google Sheets, I want to send them product announcement email. Now over here I will be using SendGrid as I manage the email conversation and email management through SendGrid. So now over here what is going to happen that with the help of this automation, I will have the customer details in my Google Sheets, or I can add more customer details as well in my Google Sheets, and towards all those customers at once in bulk, the email is going to be forwarded through SendGrid. And for that, we are going to create the connection between these two applications without need of any coding and programming skills using this amazing software that is Pabbly Connect. So now if you want to learn the entire process of how you can create the connection between these two applications, for that I am going to take you towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I will tell you this entire process of how you can build the connection between these two applications to send bulk product suggestions to your existing customers. So this is the list of my customers in my Google Sheets. I have just added 12 customer data in this Google Sheets right here. You can add as many as you want, okay? And now towards all of them at once, we are going to send the product suggestion email. Okay, so now for that, we're going to build the connection between these two applications using Pabbly Connect. So on a new tab, browse the website of Pabbly Connect, that is www.pabbly.com/connect, and you will come to the landing page of Pabbly Connect. On the landing page, you will have two options. But before we get into the creation of this automation, I want to talk about Pabbly Community. Now, Pabbly Community is a space where you can find real-time updates on Pabbly. In this space, you can get help not just from our team members, but also the fellow users. Over here, you can ask questions, share your feedback, and find amazing automation tips for your business. So go ahead and join our Pabbly community today itself. For that, you will find the link of our community in the description section below, okay? So now on Pabbly Connect's landing page, as I've already told you, you have two options. That is sign in or sign up for free. Now, if you're an existing user like I am, directly sign into your Pabbly Connect account from here. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month to explore more features of Pabbly Connect. Okay, I'm already a user, so I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. Then you will see the All Pabbly Apps section where you will see all the applications that Pabbly provides. As I want to use Pabbly Connect, I'm going to click on this Access Now button right over here. Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you next. Now to create a new automation inside Pabbly Connect, we have to create a workflow. For that, click on this Create Workflow button right over here. Now over here, you have two major options to create the workflow. If you want your workflow to be more modern, faster, and flexible, select the new beta method version. But if you want your workflow to have more stable and familiar approach, select the classic version. I will select the new beta method version from here, and it is asking for the name of my workflow first. For that, I'm going to give it as automatically send bulk product announcement emails to your customers. Okay, for the folder, these are the folders from which I'm going to select the workflows folder. To create your own folder inside Pabbly Connect, click on this plus button, name your folder, it is going to be created. I'm going to create this workflow right here. Inside Pabbly Connect workflows, there are two major steps, that is trigger and action. Trigger gives the commands and action follows all of them simultaneously. So that is why there is only one trigger but multiple action steps inside Pabbly Connect's workflow. We are going to set up a trigger step in which my trigger application, what I will do is I'm going to select it as Google Sheets. I want that as soon as over here a new data is going to be added of a customer in my Google Sheets, and I want to send email to all of these customers as well. So to have the data inside Pabbly Connect, we have to select this trigger application and this event. Okay, then click on this connect button. You will see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL using which we are going to connect our Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect by following this step. All of these steps in the help desk desk. So I'm going to copy this URL. Over here, open the spreadsheet. From the panel, go to extensions, go to this add-ons option and click on the get add-ons option. You will land towards this window, and over here on the search app bar, I'm going to search for what Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now over here, I have already installed this application Pabbly Connect webhooks, so that with the help of this, we can create the connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets. After installing, go back and refresh this page from here. After over here the spreadsheet is refreshed, you will see the option Pabbly Connect webhooks in the drop down. Select the option initial setup under it and you will land towards the initial setup dialog box. Firstly, it is asking for the webhook URL and then the trigger column. For the webhook URL, just paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us. And for the trigger column, it says the trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to what? Webhook URL. So in this spreadsheet, my trigger column is going to be column C, because in this column, my final data of phone number of my customers are added. And as soon as the data is going to be added in this column, the entire row's data is going to be forwarded towards this webhook URL. So for the trigger column, I will enter column C and then click on this submit button. It says setup configured successfully. So now as already the customer's data has been added in this spreadsheet, so I will test whether the first data, the first row of this spreadsheet's data has been forwarded towards the webhook URL and captured in my trigger or not. Okay, so first let me show you. It says waiting for webhook response. So as soon as I'm going to click on this send test button, it says test data sent successfully and the first row data has been forwarded. If I'm going to open my workflow right here, you can see the response of that same data has been captured. If I'm going to tally the response, name is test user, email is test@pabblytudes.com with this phone number. You will find name is test user, the same phone number and the email address as test@pabblytudes.com. Okay. So as now the response has been captured in my trigger successfully, this means that Google Sheets is now been connected to Pabbly Connect. Now what is going to happen, as soon as the new data is going to be added in this spreadsheet of any of your customers, any of your new customers to whom you want to send the product updates to, automatically that new data is going to be forwarded towards our trigger. So now as we have our customer data right here, firstly we are going to send an email to this single customer, and then I'll show you how you can send an email to all the customers. Okay, so first let us send to our first customer. I'm going to add an action step, and as I'm managing my email conversations using SendGrid, so I'm going to select over here my action application as SendGrid. Event is going to be send an email. Click on this connect button. If you want, you can select the existing connection. I will tell you how you can add a new one, and it is asking for the token. To have the token, log into your SendGrid account, go to settings option. Under settings, go towards this API keys section. Now we are going to create a new key. For that, click on this create API key button. We have to name our key. So for the name over here, I'm going to give it as new email sent. Okay, so this is the name of my key. You have to give the full access, remember that, and click on this create and view. The key is generated. Copy it from here, paste in the token field and click on the save button. This is how you simply build the connection between SendGrid and Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking for the send to email to whom you want to send an email to. For the data of this field, we are going to map the data. So let me tell you how mapping works. Click on this field, previous step is going to appear, click on it. In this response, you have received the email to whom we want to send an email to. This is the customer's email. So I'm going to select the data of the email of my customer from my previous response. So now as I have selected this data from my previous response, this data right here has been mapped, and as I've mapped this data, the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Okay, now next it is asking for the subject. So now for the subject of my email, I'm going to write it as discover our new natural glow skincare collection. Okay, you can see right over here the subject is written. Now it is asking for the from email address. You will find the from email address as well as the reply to email address in your SendGrid account itself. For that, log into your SendGrid account. Over here, what you need to do is go to marketing and senders section right here. In senders, you will find the send and reply to. This is the from, this is the send email. So what I'm going to do is, this from email address, I'm going to enter this email address, as well as now for this reply, I'm going to copy it and paste over here in this reply to email. For the from email over here, I'm going to write it as Team Natural Glow Skincare. Team Natural Glow Skincare. Okay. So now after that, it is asking for the content type. My email content type is going to be HTML. You can also select the plain text if you are sending the plain email. Now for this content value, that will be the main body of the email, I'm going to write it as, so this is the email content value that I have written right over here. Okay, I have written it in an HTML format, you can see. Now in this email address, next to this hi there, I'm going to map the data of the name of my customer to make it feel personalized. Okay, so now after entering the content value, I'm going to simply click on this save and send test request button. I have received the status code 202, that is a positive response. So let me open my Gmail account from here, go back, and you can find right here I have received this another email, that is hi there test user. We are excited to share our latest natural glow skincare collection. You can see the new product announcement email is automatically forwarded towards this customer whose data we have added in our Google Sheets. So now as this connection between these two applications are created, now you might wonder, how can we send this email to all our customers whose data is added in our Google Sheets? For that, we have an amazing feature. After completing the creation of this workflow, simply what you need to do is go to your Google Sheets, go to Extensions and Pabbly Connect webhooks, and simply click on the option that is Send All Data. Using this button, if I'm going to click on it, the entire data in the spreadsheet is going to be forwarded towards Pabbly Connect workflow, and one by one to all the customers, emails are going to be forwarded. So make sure to click on send all data after creating the entire workflow. Okay. So now this is how you can send bulk product announcement emails to all your existing customers without need of any coding and programming skills using Pabbly Connect. Okay. So this is how you build a connection. Now, if you want to use this workflow as a reference in your business, you will find the link of this workflow in the description section below. Okay. And if you have any other questions or doubts related to the workflow creation, you can ask us all the questions in the comment section and we will reply to you as soon as possible. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Not only this automation, you can create multiple other automations using Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions or need support, you can email us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask us queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can check out this link. Please do like, subscribe and comment down below if you have any other ideas for us to create a video on. Thank you so much for watching.